This video is sponsored by Neural DSP. All of the guitar tones that you just heard were recorded using their Soldano SLO100 plugin. You can try my presets out for free along with a trial of the plugin itself by checking out the links in the description box. So if your rock and metal lead playing is feeling a bit stale and you want to add something new to freshen it up a bit, I think I have something for you that will do just that. This is a technique that I used in the solo you just heard me play, and I'm calling it octave sliding. Let's listen back to the part of the solo that I'm referencing so we're all on the same page. So the scales I'm visualizing when I'm playing that solo are F sharp mixolydian and the F sharp minor pentatonic. The notes that I play in that part with the octaves, if I just play the lower notes on the G string, are the flat third, root, flat seventh, major sixth, fifth, and fourth of F sharp. But simply playing those notes on the G string alone doesn't sound very exciting. So what you can do to make it exciting is after playing each note on the G string, play the same note an octave higher on the high E string, like so. So the octaves for these notes would look like this on the fretboard. Those notes are all just 3 frets higher and they're on the high E string. So let's listen to that in context with the backing track. So that's starting to sound more interesting. The final step is, after having picked the higher octave on the high E string, pick the lower note on the G string again and then slide down to the next note and repeat that process. So you're picking the low note, then the octave, then the low note again and sliding down to the next one. So let's listen to that in context again, picking the low note, then the high note, then the low note again, and sliding down to the next one. I'm going to show you another way of playing this that's a bit more challenging, and I'll also show you an exercise that you can practice at home to get used to using this technique in your lead playing. But before I do any of that, I just want to talk about my tone. I mentioned at the start that I'm using the Soldano SLO100 plugin from Neural DSP, which is of course a faithful recreation of the amp head used by so many legendary guitar players like Mark Knopfler, Nuno Bettencourt, Eric Clapton, George Lynch, the list goes on and on. Needless to say, this plugin is incredible for high gain saturated lead tones, and my SLO lead preset uses the overdrive 1 pedal in the pre-effects in front of the amp's overdrive channel. The cab is running 2 microphones, a 57 and a ribbon, both set quite far from the center of the speaker cones to eliminate harsh high-end frequencies. And in the post-effects section, I've got a ping-pong stereo delay and a decent bit of hall-style reverb. That all combined sounds like this. If you want to try this tone out for yourself with a free trial of the Neural DSP Soldano SLO100 plugin, click the links in the description box and you can download my presets used in this video for free. Thank you to Neural for sponsoring another video on my channel, and let's get back to the lesson. Alright, so the more challenging version of those sliding octaves that I showed you sounds like this. So what's different there is instead of sliding on the G string, I'm playing slides on the string where the higher octaves are found. In this case, it's the high E string. So the pattern for this version is pick the low note first, then the high note and slide down, and then repeat until you've played all of the notes. For some reason, I find it much harder to perform the slides on the high E string as opposed to the G. I think it's maybe because I'm fretting those notes with my pinky, which is naturally weaker than the index finger, but still, it sounds cool. So if you like the sound of these sliding octaves, I think it's worth practicing it both ways. And before I go, I'll just show you a quick exercise to get you started with using these sliding octaves in your lead playing. All you're going to do is ascend and descend the minor pentatonic scale across the G and high E strings. We're going to start on the flat third found at fret 2 on the G string, pick that, then an octave higher on the high E, then the G string again and slide up, then repeat that process for each note. And once you've reached the flat third and octave higher on the G string, we're then going to slide back down the fretboard. So the exercise from start to finish should sound like this. I hope this quick lesson was helpful and gave you something new to consider using in your lead playing moving forward. My name is Ross Campbell. If you are new here, please consider subscribing for more content like this in the future. Check out my online courses and bonus content at bulletproofguitarplayer.com. In the description box, you can download my Neural DSP presets and a free trial of the Soldano SLO 100 plugin, and I will see you in the next one.